All right, so now we are in the third session, and this session, what I'm trying to do is something quite interesting, which is I'm now, you can remember, so these are bite-sized videos, so hope you are very clear about what we have done. So we have several commits, right? So everything is fine. We have few files here, and the CC files I have ignored, so I have added that as well. So everything seems to be fine, right? So yeah, it show. Now what I have to do, I have to basically do a remote connection, right? Meaning I want to put this code into a remote repository, right? So remote repositories allow you to share uh, changes from your repository to a remote location, and generally build server, normally a build server, right? So in development you have something called a build server, or a team member's machine, a different machine, remote machine, or a centralized tool such as what, github.com or GitLab. Remotes are added using the git remote command. There's a nice command called clear this git remote. All right, git remote command with a friendly name and a remote location. So basically, this can be either HTTPS URL or SSH connection. So it can be both of them. And this friendly name allows you to refer to a location using this command. So your local repo can reference multiple different remote repos. As an example, if you do your run projects, run things, you can put it to GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket or whatever the thing that you wanted to do it, right? So what we try to do is we'll try to add this to this remote location. So that's sort of the activity that we guys have to do. So what I'll do, I will try to do this using GitHub. So let me open my GitHub. So you guys have to create GitHub. So let me go to my GitHub, and I need to create a repository. Okay, so I'm going to create a repo. So I'm going to name it as git sample git sample repo. Okay, so that would do, and it's a public repo. I don't know whether I can do private. It's public. And then I can do a readme file. I'll just create a blank repo. So now it says if I want to add files, either you can use this HTTPS URL or SSH. Both can be used, and see, this is basically the commands that I have to do. Initially, I have to I can echo something into readme file, and I can go to my directory and do init. I have already done init, right? So I can do the add the readme. I haven't add the readme here, so I can add the readme there. And I can do a commit on the readme, and I can add the remote location, right? So I'm going to HTTPS, and I'm going to push from my machine to this repo. So at the moment, there's nothing, no files here. As you can see, there's no files here. So we are going to do this, right? So we can do create a new repo and do it. So truly speaking, I have already a repo. So I have created it in the last two videos. So I'm using it. So basically, this is what I need. But I haven't had the readme, so I'll do that, right? Up there. All right. So I'm going to do it in this way. All right. Okay. So I'm going to echo. So all right. I'll use the same thing. Git sample repo. So this is markdown repo. All right. That will do. So that will get directed towards my nice readme markdown file. Okay. All caps. So that's adhering to the standards. All right. That's cool. Next, I have done the init, so you guys can see ls minus al. You can see the git and git ignore all this shit is there. Alright, so then what I will do, I will, if I do a git status, I can see the readme is not added. So git add the readme, that's fine. So now what do you have to do, guys? If I do a git status, alright, it's not committed in the staging, so I have to commit this. Okay, so git commit. Alright, so this is not my first commit. I've done so many commits earlier. This is the readme commit. Alright, that's it, done. So if I do git status, there's nothing to do. Alright, so now to the part where the magic happens. So I'm going to put everything in my folder other than the ignoring stuff, the VVCC, the bloody C file, C++ file, and the rest will go to the GitHub directory. So one thing, please remember, when I do git remote, if I'm not logged in, if I'm not filled things, it will query me and it will ask to log into git and also add my username and password and also add my email. All that shit will happen. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this. It's not a big deal. Right. I'm going to paste it here. All right. So let's see. This is this. If you try to decipher, it's remote add and then the origin, which is the location. So you got to get this full URL. Otherwise, there will be issues. So still, it's not been added. So I now have to push this. We have push and pull. Push is putting it there, pulling is getting things from there. So you do this synchronization, nice, beautiful synchronization. But please understand there's another thing called git clone, which is different, which is basically getting a copy of the content in GitHub. So we can also do that. It's probably the simplest thing in the book. All right. Okay. So now what I'll do is to do a nice git push from here to there. Minus u origin master. So that will be the master. All right. Okay, is that it? Yes, done. Yes, good. So things would change. Right. Okay, total 14. Blah blah blah. Branch master set to track remote branch master from origin. All right. Now what should happen? So I should refresh this. Yes, cool. All right. So you see that. All right. So there everything being added. So I have my commits here, as you can see. My second commit, this is the readme commit, and all these commits are being displayed here, guys. So if you go to any git repo that matter, you will find this commits done. So if I go to something like what, select the standard repo. So my repos are not that standard. Right. Somebody's calling. So all right. So basically that's done. Okay, so it's updated. So what I'm going to do now, it's something bit interesting. Get status. Yeah, everything is fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new file here. I'm going to create. Okay, so I haven't had any JavaScript files. All right, my first JS. Okay, so I'm not going to write in JavaScript. This Okay, now I'm going to commit this here in the master branch, and let me see. Yes, so I can see my JavaScript file. Everything is cool. So now it might take a bit of a time, but we'll see. So if I check here, I do a git status. All right, status. Okay, there's nothing there, but let me check git show. There's nothing. Yeah. So a bit of a time, and we'll see what we go through. So if I do a git push, um, yeah. So now failed to push some. Okay, so I have to actually say git push origin. All right, that's my git push. I should be git push origin master. I haven't done any changes here, so yeah. So rejected. Why rejected? Failed to push some references to blah blah blah. Updates are rejected because one remote continuous work that you do. All right, so that not have locally. So there is something already there, which I'm not updated. Obviously, the file that I created from the other side. So that should be represented here. I can't remember the command exactly. Okay. What I should do is actually do a pull, so then that will get updated, because see, if you look at the files here, okay, so okay, you don't find that JavaScript files, guys. So we will get it down. Just give me a second, right? Um, so now git push is what you have done. So you get git pull done then. So once you do a git pull, of course, it will get updated. Uh, yeah. So basically, I had to do a git pull. I might have to say origin master, origin master. Oops, seems to be fine. Total 3 we use blah blah blah. Github, and that's my first JavaScript. Cool. Okay, if I do ls, I will find the JavaScript file as well, which is good. Git status. All right, everything is updated. All right, so next we'll move on. Of course, you can do a git log and see what had happened. Anything missing here? Okay, everything is there, and this is the next commit. Okay, I get the hash also. Seems to be all fine. Okay, so then now I have looked at the git log. I do a git show. That shows me the final one with the details. So I can see my content also, which is cool. And I would be able to now do a git log, and I can do a grep. See all the commands are available. So let me check for the command good log, good, right? So if there's anything, oops, not there. So maybe I haven't put in. It's not there. Why is there my log? Okay, what I'll do, I have to read the commits now. My first. Okay, my first. Yeah, so that can search all the commits. So the grep will basically search all the commits, guys. All right, and so we talked about git pull, git push. So if you get the git pull, it basically is two commands together, that is git fetch and git merge, right? So I'm not going to run those two commands separately. And also you can do a git checkout. All right, that is updated. So let me go here. I would like to write some code now. Let me go here to my C program, and I'm going to write some code. All right, hash include stdio.h int main. Okay, char array of message char array 1 q b q okay q2 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 and say I hate security. Right, good. Printf whatever. All right. Okay. Now commit. Now we see what's going to happen. Nice. Everything is fine. Okay. So I'm the contributor. Blah blah blah. So you guys can get this repo, right? So it's a public repo. You can get it done, and you can just do the practical. Right. Now to the good stuff. So now we'll do a git checkout. All right. It should get updated, guys. Git status. I think it takes a bit of a time, so it will explain that there is a problem. So yeah, we'll wait for that. And also, if you know that there are some branches out there, so you can do a recursive. Okay, so that's out there. So the origin master is out there. Let me check the status checkout. No, that's bad. All right. That's okay. That's okay. So of course, if you do a git pull, this will work out. All right. Okay. So that's basically it. So we have few more sessions to go. So actually we are doing undoing changes, merging conflicts, experiments using branches, finding bugs, and also several other things, and also rewriting the history. So much of interesting things to do on Git. So we'll do those things, and so we will see in the next video.